Hello, America and the world. This is Radio Free Market, and I'm your host, Michael McKay. We are behind the lines of socialism, my friends, and Radio Free Market is the voice of free people and free markets. Our topic today are the 9 Principles of Economics, 101, with Dr. Art Carden. Welcome, Art.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm really glad you could be with us today. So, everyone, I want you to know that Dr. Art Carden is the Assistant Professor of Economics and Business at Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee, and an Adjunct Fellow with the Oakland, California-based Independent Institute. His many works can be read at Mises.org, that's MISES.org, as well as Forbes.com and ArtCarden.com. So I'm very, very pleased that you could be with us today, Art, and I am also very happy to also introduce our special commentator, Mr. Aaron Brown. Welcome, Aaron.
Glad to be here.
So, folks, Aaron is a student of economics at the University of San Diego, California, and a recent graduate of Mises University 2010. So, Art, before going into your 9 principles, I want to mention that I am sure that you and Aaron as well have run into many people who say, I really don't understand economics, which I find rather incredible since we are all naturally economic beings. It's only that we haven't learned to understand these ABCs intellectually. I'm reminded of a quote by Ludwig von Mises here that economics is the pith of civilization and of man's human existence. So I'd like to know what you are to say when people make the comment, I really don't understand economics.
That's fine and well, as long as it's not backed by, or as long as it's not immediately followed with a statement of a very strong opinion about something where a sound understanding of economics is a prerequisite. Mm-hmm. A friend of mine once said that after a speech, he stood up during the questions and answers and said, it's always perplexed me how someone will say, I'm not an economist, and then proceed to spend the next hour proving it.
Yes. Yeah, that's very important. So, you know, it is something I've also noticed that in getting into conversations with people, they will admit that they do not understand economics, and then they have very strong opinions about what economics is and should be. And right. It is interesting that people do feel that this is in the realm of opinion as opposed to an actual science.
Right. This gets back to a conversation I have with my students, or a running conversation I have with my students at Rhodes, because we're changing our curriculum a little bit, and we have now it's just a 1-semester introduction to economics class, and I keep telling them over and over again that what economics does is it defines the non-negotiable constraints on social reality. Mm-hmm. So you don't have the option of not believing that demand curves slope downward and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to go into those kind of technicalities for our listeners today.
Right.
I like to just say that what we're really talking about here at Radio Free Market is reality economics, because reality is not optional. Right. And that's basically what we want everybody to understand. And today we're really going to focus on the ABCs of these 9 principles of economics. Now, we are actually going to run out of time in this segment here, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to let you get too far into your question, Aaron, because I know I wanted you to start off with the question related to this first principle that that Art lays out here. And so I'm going to actually just kind of sort of introduce it, and then I'll let you pick it up when we come back from the break. And right. That is that you mentioned the very first principle is that people act. And this is very interesting because this is the foundational statement of Ludwig von Mises's book, Human Action. And it is a non-debatable point, because we all do that. And to debate this point would actually be to contradict it. So, unfortunately, again, I'm not going to be able to let you respond to this because we're going to have to take a break right now. So please stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.